Alright. So, I wanted to do... This is basically just going to be me making a patch, but Nintendo's balanced design philosophy. So, like, what I did with my main patch... Like, I've kind of... This is kind of theory crafting, but it's some stuff that made it to the video last time. Like, it's a lot of HP reduction. So I'm going to try to do a patch without doing this, basically. Or even this. I'm going to try to do a patch without nerfing duration or HP on any of the good specials right now. So I've copied everything, but I'm going to start going through and doing things a bit differently. Missile's the one I'm starting with. I'm going to nerf Missile and Crab only. So... so I'm only going to nerf Missile Crab. That's the two rules. I'm only going to nerf Missile Crab, nothing else. I'm not going to nerf HP or duration. And I'm still going to try to balance the game with primarily buffs. So we're going like Nintendo style. Softy Kate subbed and said the ads are awful. Yeah, Twitch ads are like the absolute worst thing. I hate them too. Alright, but anyway, the only one I did off camera is 10 missiles. We're going to do the now can lock only a maximum of 3 targets. I think it's a simple nerf. Missile users play to lock 4 people. 4-person displacement is pretty bad. I think design-wise, making it a maximum of 3 is a nice way to kind of tweak that. Missiles clearly still need a bit of a nerf. So I think it's a good way to fix it. Not going to do any reworks for this. So we're going to do a normal tactical buff, but I think this is too drastic compared to something Nintendo would do. So I'm going to change it a little bit. I'm just going to do the Object Shredder. I think the Object Shredder change is one that makes a lot of sense. It's one of the first things that's gonna indirectly target HP stuff by increasing damage. And Tacticooler kind of needs a little bit of a buff, so I think it's a very simple one to do. We'll put Crab Tank higher since it's the nerf. And so we have to get rid of these two. I'm gonna keep this one, and I think what I'll actually go with is range of both fire modes decreased by 10%. Or we could do like half a line. 0.5 lines. To be more specific. So, I think this change is kind of one that makes the most sense if we're going to nerf something. Because it does a few things. The main thing is, this nerf means the crab tanks have to be further forward. Like, they can't sit as far back. And I think what that does is it puts them in more situations where they can get shredded. And since we're going to buff other things to shred it, that will be more valuable. And the other thing we're doing is the person riding the crab is going to have a bit larger of a hitbox, so it'll be easier to hit. So if the crab tanks are closer, you'll also be able to shoot the person on the crab closer. So I think it's 2 reasonable nerfs that won't change the feel of the special too much. We got our first buff. And then Booyah Bomb, we will take out. No more nerf. Big Bubble, same thing. No more nerf. So, Vacuum, I still want to do the R idea that FLC did. The idea that you can cancel it. But I think this would be a bit too strong on its own, so can now switch. However, this doubles the time it takes before you can fire. So basically what I'm allowing vacuum users to do here is they're going to be able to, at any point, stop the, like, suction mode and switch to the shot. So say you're, like, vacuuming for the Rainmaker and your Rainmaker user gets the checkpoint and gets safe. You don't have to wait the extra 2 seconds of the vacuum where you don't do anything. You can immediately get rid of that and shoot. This does have more lag, though, and the idea is so this can be, like, punishable. Like, you can't just panic the shot if, like, a stamper runs at you. So I think that would be a good way to tweak it. What I'm questioning is, do I want to keep this nerf? Because I think, like, I still like this nerf design-wise, because I feel like Vacuum covers you a bit too well and needs to be a bit more vulnerable. So I feel like it only covering you at the front is still better. But I guess it's not really technically needed. So I'm questioning if I kind of leave this in or not. Like, what would be more reasonable? I'm going to say since I double the time is shot that this won't be needed, and we're going to keep it simple. Zipcaster. We'll get to that later. We'll do Reef Slider first. Because I want to talk about Zip and Inkjet together. I'm going to kind of combine these. We have Zip and we have Ultra Stamp. So. We murder Crab? Yeah, so here's what I said earlier, Max. This is what I'm doing to Crab only. The rules for this is there's no HP and no duration nerf. We're not going to be, like, super nerfing it. So what I did here is I made it a bit easier to hit the crab, and I made the crab have a bit less range. But what we're going to be doing is we're going to be buffing a bunch of shit's damage. We're just going to be making a bunch of things do better damage. And also we nerf a missile like this. Pretty simple, but... We're doing Tacticooler gives Object Shredder now. So that's one I really like. I think this is huge. Vacuum can cancel it and shoot. Vacuum already got the damage buff, so Vacuum can now already actually do good damage to Crab when it can shoot. The problem is Vacuum can't often change to shoot. So now you can Vacuum, you can pop around a corner, get charged, then go behind a corner, cancel the Vacuum part whenever you want, and immediately shoot it at the Crab. So you can now, like, actually get your shot and shoot at the Crab immediately. Because the problem with Vacuum right now is against Crab, is you'd pop Vacuum, but you'd have to wait until it's full charge. It would take too long. But since the damage is consistent with this, if you want to just Vacuum shot a Crab just to make him ball form, you can just do it whenever. You don't even need to suction. You could just use this for the damage now. Which I think is really cool. Reef Slider. We're going to give it the ability to run over bombs and Splash Wall. I'm not going to give it the ability to break bombs with the explosion like with Splashdown, but I think this change is fair. I think this does enough, and then it's already pretty good at damaging stuff, so we'll just give it less end lag so you can shoot stuff faster. Pretty simple slider buffs, pretty small. I think this is kind of the main one, and then a little bit less end lag is kind of needed. Stamp will be 5% faster, same thing as last time, and have more range. Actually, I don't even know if the throne mode really needs a buff. I think I'll just take this out. It's probably not needed. But this will increase its DPS, it'll make its rush mode faster, it'll make it block for itself better. Actually, I think I'll... Well, this would help it block more in the front, but I think I might need protection hitbox. So it'll block a little better, too. I think Stamp needs to be very protected in the front, because you already have to get so close to people. So I think this is fair. Break bombs would be fair. I mean, it could do that with the shark itself. I don't want to make that with the explosion, because it's going to have less lag, and that's a huge buff. So I think that would be too much, especially for Nintendo to do here. So I want to combine Zipcaster and Inkjet. So... And then we'll do separately too. But... Oh, sorry, not this one. We'll get to these later, but this is what I want to do for Zip and Inkjet. This is the big part. Activation time decreased by 33%. Recall time decreased. How do I word this? Recall speed increased by 100%. So... both of these are basically the recall and the activation that we're doing. So Inkjet and Zipcaster has activation frames before you do things, and we're cutting those down. We're making it so the transition in this special can happen almost immediately. So if you're, like, in a fight, you can now pop Inkjet or Zip in the middle of it without dying as easily. Like, you'll be able to actually fight with the special. I think this is fine to make them more panickable, because these are specials that are fightable. Like, very fightable. They don't really give you extra HP at all. Like, other than the Zip arm, I guess, but, like, then you're not... Like, that's not really that important. Like, there's still specials you can just shoot at. And then the recall time will fix one of the main weaknesses of the special, which is downtime. Like, you still recall and you're still vulnerable, but now you're gone from the fight for less often. Because, like, think about it. You have to walk somewhere to use your recall. You do the whole special, then you recall to there, and then you have to swim back to the fight. That's a lot of downtime. So this will cut it down a lot. And we're not done with the specials here either, though. Or rather, we're done with Zipcaster. I could buff its duration by a little bit, but I think these changes do a lot, because it did already get the duration thing. So, or we're not done with either, actually. Fuck it, I'm gonna do this. But, we're gonna do Inkjet a damage increase. I'll do it a little bit less since we're doing the recall thing to 150. Okay, I'll talk about it in a second. What's this guy's at? I'm just gonna... Actually, I'll probably skip this and just do... Okay. You guys done? Okay. So, Inkjet will do a smaller damage buff, but still relevant. Actually, we'll do 160. 160, I think, is a really good number. Because 160 means if you're an Inkjet user and you direct someone who squid rolls, you'll do 60 piercing instead of 20. And that means afterward, you can middle indirect someone. HP for Inkjet. Now, we're not going to touch that, but basically, if you direct someone into squid roll, you only need to hit a medium hit to kill them. You don't need another direct. This was like a problem with Blaster versus Ink Armor in Splatoon 2. And I feel like Inkjet has this problem with squid rolls in 3. Because the shot velocity is pretty slow. You can actually squid roll Inkjet decently, reliably. So, that's important. And then Zip will give it just a little bit more duration. Just a tiny bit. The previous patch did a lot for it, but I still feel like it just needs a little bit more. So, I think that would be fine. And I'll get rid of the thermal stuff because it's not significant. I think that's all the specials I want to change. Let's see. Booyah is fine. Wave is fine. Do I want to give Tri-Strike something purely because it's good against HP specials? I don't feel like Tri-Strike super needs it, though. Do I give Tri-Strike something? No, I'm not letting you swim in Tri-Strike. No, that would make it broken as hell. Swimming in Tri-Strike would literally make it broken. We have not learned from missiles. People want that. It shows that they have not learned from missile. It will literally break the special. Yeah. I do want to reduce its vulnerability, though. Okay, let me show my idea. Triple Ink Strike. Is triple with 2 P's? I always fucking mix that up. Anyway. Here's what I want to do. Okay? You guys want to see my idea? For balancing triple strike? It's gonna be weird, okay? It's a very weird idea. Oh yeah, it should have infinite range downward too, true. But, that was boring. We'll unless we have room now, we'll just do one. Here's what I want to do, okay? Strafe speed increased by 30%. So you can't swim, but you can fucking super run with it. Like that's, sorry, actually, here's what I want to do. Increase by 50%, no longer stacks with run speed. So you become 1.5x faster. Because right now, this actually stacks with run speed. And run speed on Tri-Strike is kind of dumb. Like, it kind of looks stupid, but every weapon with Tri-Strike except Brella doesn't want run speed. And even then, Brella can't afford that much. So just, fuck it. Ditch the run speed, because it's kind of weird it works anyway, and just make it way faster. Like, you're still vulnerable, but now you can fucking juke people. I think this is smart. I kind of like this. Because I think Tri-Strike is in a fine spot right now. Like, I think Tri-Strike is actually pretty good. Like, it doesn't seem as strong, but you can get so many of them. It's so, like, it's so fast to get the Tri-Strikes out, and each one has so much utility. Can run speed make it up to 50%? Wild swimming make it broken? Because then you have a fucking Tenna missile that you can move in. That also fucking eats bombs, paints zones, like, it does everything. Yeah, and this makes you a bit easier not to die. Like, I still want you to be vulnerable. I like that. I like that it's really punishable. It makes the special actually require some brain power. But it's a little, like, I think making it a little bit better would be fine. Especially since we're also nerfing Missile. This is the main competition of Tri-Strike. And now Tri-Strike and Missile displace the same amount of people. In this patch. Thanks for the bits. See ya. I just dropped bits and left. Okay. Yeah, like, you break Booyah in one fucking Tri-Strike. It's kind of ridiculous. Allow Zuka to use subs? Ooh. Okay, sure. I'm down for that. Yeah, why not? I think it deserves to have subs. That's fair. Actually, I don't know. Maybe this is too much. Actually, I want to do this because it's cool, but I think that'll make Carbon Deco break the game. It already is heavyweight. It already slows you down when you swim. It already does that. I don't know. I think Trizuka's kind of fine right now. I don't know if Trizuka actually needs this, though. Why would you buff it? Because it's a special that deals with HP specials, so you buff it. But I feel like it's already good enough at it. Like, we've already seen Japan do a little bit of shot. I think we'll leave it. I think this is all for the specials. Is there any other special you guys think needs changes? Because I think this is enough. So, like, Vacuum can now shoot immediately. Tac now gives fucking Object Shredder. Slider can now break bombs and you can shoot out of it faster. Ultra Stamp now does damage faster and protection faster. Zip and Inkjet have their vulnerability reduced. Jet does better object damage. Caster has more duration and Tri-Strike is less vulnerable. Let me swim it? No. That would make Tri-Strike like the second best special in the game. If these nerfs also happened. Actually, in this patch, it might just straight up be the best special in the game. I think this is plenty. Like, what I want is I want more people using this, but I don't want to break the game with it. Yes, of course these are hypothetical. I do not get to balance the fucking game. Inkvac can go into squid form? No, Inkvac does not get to do that with the shot. That's too much. No. Guys, specials should be vulnerable. There should be downside. HP nerf on Bia? That's the thing. We're not doing that. We're not doing HP duration nerfs. We are indirectly making them have worse HP. And so Bia is going to be unchanged, but a bunch of shit's going to do better damage to it. Like, imagine you're a Bia weapon against a full Attack-to-Cooler team, and then all of a sudden every fucking player gets an extra 5% damage to Booyah Bomb. Every single player, times 4, just gets you 5% more damage to your Booyah Bomb. Nerf crab time? We're doing range and hitbox here. We're not going to do duration. The more I think about it, the more I think the duration can actually be a punishing part of the crab, and I kind of like it. Because if you crab in a bad spot, you're fucking stuck there. And because of this nerf, it'll be easier to use crab in a bad spot, because it doesn't reach as far. So I actually kind of like keeping the duration with this. Yeah, but now you actually have to get in. I think that's good. Okay, sub-weapons. I'm gonna ditch the rework thing for this one. We're gonna do them separately again. So... point sensor's fucking atrocious, but I guess what we'll do is, now shows main weapon and special charge on the minimap. Like S1 Recon. Simple buff makes point sensor's location effect unique. Toxic Mist. I think we just go with the simple throw velocity and it can stick to enemies for 3 seconds if hit directly. Simple. Give Mist mass reward if it hits someone. I think this is pretty easy. Like, actually, let's do 100. Let's make Mist, like, fucking instant. Like, let's make throwing Mist actually fucking instant. And then it becomes Disruptor if it hits someone directly. I think this is really cool. I like this. Line marker. 40 damage, still needs it. Paints uses feet when thrown. Okay, here's what we're gonna do instead of the tripwire damage. We're gonna take away the tripwire damage, and here's what we're gonna do. Paints upon hitting a floor or wall increased by 100%. Double it. So with this, let me show you guys what this does for line marker. Let me show you what this does for fucking line marker. I have to show you guys because I love this idea. Yeah, line marker buffs. Mine buffs? No, mine is fine. Line 50 for Bucket Deco only? No. Well, Bucket will benefit a ton because Bucket can now actually, like, A, bomb defense won't break it, but B, you can have some amount of fall off with Bucket without the combo insta-breaking. Like, as long as you're doing 60 or higher, it works. Which I think is huge for Bucket. But here's what the line marker buff will do with the paint thing. Where is line? So right now, first of all, being able to paint your feet will already be huge, because Bucket, instead of doing this, can now do this. And move. Like, you can do that and move. But the other thing... Actually, maybe it doesn't need to paint its feet if it can do this. But, like, this is too small. This is doubled now. Which means this is an actual movement option. And you can now do shit like this. And climb a wall. Maybe we should do 150%. Maybe 100% is too small. I'm gonna do 200%. Okay, small changes. 200% larger. We don't need this anymore, actually, because you can just throw it at your feet. And instead... ink cost reduced from 45 to 40%. Let's give it this. Let's do that. Let's make it cheaper. Because, like, I'm also thinking for stuff like Bucket, like, it's also ink hungry. So let's make it really less ink hungry, so stuff like Bucket can shoot more. So shoot more damage, and can actually paint its feet. Now it has real utility. The damage is actually worth something. It can now be used as a fucking movement option. And it's cheaper. I think this is perfect. I think this is fucking perfect. No, I don't want to give it tripwire damage. I think this is enough. Tripwire damage could be toxic as hell. I kind of don't want to go to that. Wait, how long does it locate people for? Hold on. Hold up. Wait. Maybe the location effect should be buffed too. Hold up. How long does it locate people? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 fucking seconds? Does that change if they walk into it? 1, 2, 3, 4. Wait, did that change? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think it's 5 seconds, right? 5? Not 7. Actually, how about this? If hit directly, location time increased from 5 to 7.5 seconds. So, we'll increase the location time, but you have to actually hit them. If you don't hit them, it's the same. If you don't hit them, it's the same. I think this is perfect. Now it's perfect. Like, actually. I think this makes Line Marker a good sub. This now has unique utility. This now has, like, a devastating skill shot. Like, getting hit by Toxic Mist would be fucking horrible. Like, especially if you're out of ink. Because if you're out of ink or low, you literally can't recover it until it's over. You are stuck for 3 seconds doing nothing. Like, being against a good Mist user would mean you need to be a god at ink efficiency now. I love that. And then this I think is good. Max, do I have approval? Is this good Line Marker buffs? Are you satisfied? Is this good enough? I don't know, you're the Bucket player in my chat, and that's the only fucking weapon with Line Marker worth a damn right now. I think this is enough. Okay. Sprinkler. Message when destroyed, a little bit of extra information. It still has to be destroyed when you're dead, because that's how, like, if you have a conf that can't reach sprinkler spots, this is how the sprinkler dies. You kind of need to keep that. Like, that's why that mechanic is there, so that needs to stay. So what I'm doing is the second mode lasts way longer. The second mode isn't amazing paint, but it's good enough to actually stall something. So now Sprinkler can actually be used to, like, paint over an area for a while, but you still can't leave it forever. I think this is a healthy compromise. And Sprinkler's not bad right now because it can at least paint. The only other thing I'm debating is increasing the damage so it's a 4-shot. That's the one extra thing I'm debating, is increasing the damage. Or I could increase it but leave it a 5-shot. Actually, I kind of like that better. Damage increased from 20 to 24. This way it's still a 5-shot, but it at least does better DPS. Yeah, Splat 1, if you had a little bit of damage up, you could make it 33.3. You made Sprinkler a fucking 3-shot. It was kind of dumb. I think 5 with the potential to be a 4-shot is fair. And this means if you use it on, like, the Rainmaker Shield, you do more DPS. I kind of like this. Curling Bomb. So I like my idea I did with this already. Faster charge time is nice for obvious reasons. It takes too long, and that mode is lethal. So if we increase the charge speed, you can actually, like, quick charge a curling and throw it at your feet as a get-off-me tool. Like, that's what I want by this. In fact, I think I'll do by, like, 50. But then it'll be harder to do precise. But I think, like, what I want is, I want curling users to be able to just anti-people away from them. Okay, maybe not 50. Let's do 40. Good compromise. So, like, if you think someone's gonna run at you, you can, like, charge a curling and use it like that. No, 50. 50's needed. It's pretty long charge time. And then the second thing... yeah, this is the big buff. Double curling. Double curling is the big buff. Yeah. No, it wouldn't be broken. Curling is ass right now. Curling is fucking awful. I might do 50 instead of 40. Like, maybe 50%. Like, you can throw it to curling, but nothing else. Force people to run a bit of Sub-Saber. But that just feels annoying. So I kind of like 45. But this is like, now say you're a roller, you can throw a curling, move a bit, and then throw another. Or if you're, like, running from people, you have two. Like, you get so much more mobility option with double curling. I think double curling is super cool. Hell no. Line marker also giving you a fucking trail is dumb. 60 but you start recharging faster? Nah, I like the whiting frames on it. I think that's fair. I think this is a really good change. Like, I actually really like double curling. Like, it just came across as an idea randomly, because I was thinking about, like, what if instead of line marker we just made it 33%, but I ended up not going with that? And then I thought, wait, but what if curling gets too curling? What if you could just double curling? Like, double curling is kind of crazy. Curling's hard countered by a minimum amount of verticality. Yes, obviously, but this is good. I think this would be really useful, especially for fucking roller players. Like, roller players now get real fucking mobility. Holy shit, that weapon would be scary with this. But, like, if curling is going to be a mobility tool, it needs to have more flexibility. And this is more flexibility, bro. You get fucking two of them. The single-player curling stages. The single-player stuff just isn't affected by balance patches. Single-player stuff won't change anyway. Decrease curling paint? It doesn't even paint. Curling doesn't fucking paint. Look at this shit. It doesn't paint anyway. What the fuck is curling? Like, it's not that bad. Like, I guess I could tune this down, but, like, does it really need less? I guess with two of them, it would paint a lot, though. Okay, I can kind of see your point. Alright, yeah, we'll do that. We'll do 10% so it doesn't affect you too badly. Like, 10% thinner would still be really easy to swim in. You have a lot of room in this thing. So we'll do that. We'll do 10%. There we go. Now it's not paint spammer. No, it does not need more whiting. We don't need to over-nerf it. Just make it a little bit more, like, just address the paint spam in the room and move on. Okay. Wall is because of an LDE nerf, and because we're not nerfing LDE, and we're also, like... Wall is actually getting indirectly nerfed in this version, because now we're buffing a bunch of things damage, so I think Wall is actually... We don't need to touch Wall. Any other sub-weapons I'm forgetting? I think this is maybe Auto Bomb? But I think Auto and Mine are fine. Auto's fine, Mine's fine, Beacon's fine. I think these are the subs that need buffs. These 5 are the ones I think of. I don't think any of the others need it. Is there any other subs you think do? We buff Blob damage to objects? Not to objects, I want to make Blob do 32 damage. That's what I want to do with Blob. I want to make it 32. Make Mine one-shot? Fuck that. Mine is good right now. Mine is really good. I think Autobomb is fine. No, I don't think any bombs need nerfs. We're not doing nerfs, remember? We're not trying to do a lot of nerfs. It's Nintendo balance philosophy. This is just a compensation nerf. It's the only one we did, because we fucking made it 25% cheaper. I think this is fine. Okay. Abilities. We'll take off the Ninja Squid nerf. Because I can already tell they're never going to nerf Ninja anyway. They're just going to make more things good against Ninja. And Ninja is kind of nice for location stuff, so we'll take out Ninja. I still want to keep this. Do I buff Squid Roll? Ooh, now that's something to think about. Do I buff Squid Roll? I don't think so. I think Squid Surge buff is fine. I think the Squid Surge buff is all that's needed. Surge to go higher? Nah, that would break maps. I think it's just too slow. That's my problem with it. I like the opening Gambit buffs. Opening Gambit is in serious need of a buff, so I think we definitely buff opening Gambit. Tenacity is the other bad ability, but I don't really want to buff Tenacity, because it's just special spam. It's already a problem. Yeah, I kind of, like, I still want to nerf Last Ditch in this patch, even though I don't think they will. I still kind of want to learn, I'm gonna keep the Last Ditch. I'm gonna keep the Last Ditch nerf. Opening Gambit's fine. Is there any other abilities I want to change? I don't think any other ability needs changes. I think everything else is actually fine. Like, other than maybe buffing Thermal. I do want to rework Respawn Punisher, but not in this patch. I'll write that for my other one, though. We'll put it here. Respawn Punisher rework. Eventually, I want to do a vid on a bunch of rework ideas I have, and that will be its own thing. But I'm not going to do that here. Drop Roller? Drop Roller could use buffs, actually. Maybe Drop Roller is what I change. But what do we buff about Drop Roller? In the file 3.0? Yeah, you're right. No, I'm not giving that shit armor. That's dumb. Max, if you're gonna troll my chat, please at least be funny. Thank you. Start rolling before you hit the... Oh, fuck that. Herbor's fine. I mean, it's not bad. It's just it cannot compete with stealth, and it needs to be able to compete with stealth. So it needs to be better. And I don't want to nerf stealth, because stealth is great for the game. It already does add run speed. Faster? Farther. Ooh, I like that. I like that. We'll do that. Drop roll distance increased by 20%. Or 15. 20. 20%. That looks good to me. I think I'm going to leave Thermaling because we're going to buff Blob, and Blob actually likes Thermal. So I think we leave this. I think we go to mains now. I think a bit of distance on drop roll is valid. Nah, definitely not doing that. I think this is fine. Okay. Let's do the mains. YouTuber, partial charge, highlight, sub weapon without dropping charge. Like this. Makes it... This is actually a big buff against objects if it gets a different bomb. But I really like the goo change. Special power buff? That's a whole another thing we gotta do. I'm not gonna... That's a lot. Bamboo, more damage. I'm still gonna keep the splash nerf, honestly. I'm gonna keep the splash nerf. So no, I had it right the first time. The spelling just looks so weird. I hate how splash is spelled. No, I'm not doing anything 220. I actually like that 210 is the max. I kind of don't want them to do 220. Because 220 is kind of dumb. Now, Dooley is fine. I think just splash. Because splash is just a really strong kit. Yeah, Bamboo more... Yeah, it's a 2-shot. We're making it do better against objects. Get Bamboo's 14 shots back. I don't want to give it its shots back, actually. Bamboo always painted so you tap shot. I kind of like that weakness is there. I know Bamboo players hate it, but I think that's kind of needed to make it up close vulnerable because it's already so fucking mobile. And I think right now Bamboo just needs this. Clash will get the damage. This is all like out of order, by the way. I want to change this. Oh yeah, we're doing this with pro. I don't care. But we're gonna put this in mains order. So let's start with shooters. Actually, fuck it. I'll get rid of this. We'll do pain increased by 5%. Damage increased from 42 to 45. Oh, well, we're gonna get to H3. Don't worry. H3 will come. And then Forge will do 190. I actually think Forge has a lot of potential if it's 190 with this buff. So let's do that. Let's see. Sploosh is fine. Junior's fine. Arrow Spray. I wanna buff Arrow Spray. I actually want to buff Arrow Spray. How do we buff Arrow Spray? Because it's already a bit too much of a special spammer with its kits. So we have to give it something different. More range? Do I just give... Well, if I give it Zimmy range, it's just going to paint. A spread. I don't want to do the accurate in the air idea. I want to give it something... I want to give it something special. Yeah, I could always nerf the points for special as a compensation and give it more... Maybe more range. No, it's got to be a 5-shot still. Maybe more range and then just make it to 210. I could just give it mini range. Okay, how about this? How about this? Range increased to match mini splatling. Damage increased from 24 to 24.5. And then gold arrow spray. 200 to 210. Would it just be Nova? I guess it would be similar to Nova. Nova's more range, though. But yeah, I guess, yeah. I like the damage buff. Nah, that's already Junior's thing, though. Oh, yeah, and while we're at it, Nova's getting the same thing. Nova will also get this while we're here. Actually, didn't I have an idea for Nova down here? Oh, yeah, I had a spread decrease. Wait. Yeah, perfect RNG like Splash. See, you're trolling me, but I kind of wanted to. Oh, god damn it. Do not make me take away the goddamn mod. God, I don't even remember his... Don't make me take away the mod, please. You can troll, but don't abuse mod power. I will take it away for the stream. This might just be fine. And then don't do this. You know, I think this is a good start for both these weapons. Fire rate increase? I debated that. I debated Aerospray firing even faster, but its pain would be broken. It would absolutely be broken. And there's an ad now. Let's see. Is there any other shooters here while I'm waiting? No, that's all. I think we just do this. And that lets it be nice and neat. What about the Shrave speed? Nova already has good Shrave speed. Actually, Fuck it. I like how both these weapons can be balanced in the same fucking way. I like how both these could just be the same. Now I have 3 people trolling my chat. You guys are gonna have so much fun. Pro is fine. And then Forge, I really want to make Forge cheap. Let's see, what's else? Splash Shot Zap, 52, Splash, Pro, 96. I kind of want to unironically... Like, I get this number's a meme, but... Like, I get it, it's a joke, but... Think about it. This lets it have better damage without making it the broken combo number. Because the second this hits 70, it's the broken combo number. And that would make it have a shit playstyle. So to keep it under that number, the most we can buff it to is 69. And then we can do the spread decrease by 10%. By 5%. We can make it a little more accurate. I think this is good. See, this is now going to look like a meme. But there's an actual reason. Plus, that way it also fits the number 96 better. I think that's fair. Then we have Jet. Do I want to buff Jet Squelcher? I fucking hate that weapon. But I also love that weapon. But I also don't know if... You know what? Okay. No Jet Squelcher buff because it still might get a fucking horrible kit for the game. And until I know the devs aren't going to make fucking Burst Bomb Missile its kit, I think we leave Jet Squelcher as is. I think we just don't risk it. Now we gotta do the nozzles, L3 and H3. L3 is gonna get a damage buff. Can get 30, very nice combo number. And then medium to lightweight. Pretty easy. If you buff Jet, your leader required to buff heavy. We will buff heavy. We actually are going to buff heavy. And then, okay, fine. Chad has been waiting. H3. Nozzleness. Alright, H3 players. It's time to give your weapon something. Obvious out of the way first. Alright. Chad, you've been waiting. What the fuck do we do to this weapon? What do you want? See, lag is the big one, but that's a big change. Chad, what do you want? You want decreased end lag. Nothing else? Does it have to be the end lag decrease? Is there nothing else you can do to buff it? Like, it needs less lag? Like, I am open to it. No, it already paints fine. Especially since it's 200. Do I really just decrease the lag? Run speed. I am not making H3 a fucking run speed weapon. No. 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 Max thinks I'm gonna nerf Bucket. He doesn't even know. I do actually want to universally nerf Chargers. Specifically Charger and Elior, the unscoped version. While I'm thinking of random nerfs. I want to give Charger a limit on how many times it could fucking backflip. Like a 3 backflip limit. And then you have to recharge the weapon. That's actually something I've wanted to do with Charger. I'll put that on my rework idea list. Thanks for reminding me, Max. Hopefully no Charger players are offended by that. Okay, we'll do Charger 3 backflip limit. Goo not affected. And goo could be fine, because it's goo. It's supposed to be a backflip weapon. Okay. Oh yeah, and I forgot Splash is way down here. We'll move Splash up. Boom. Or actually, we'll put Splash at the top, because Splash is our sole nerf. This is the only fucking nerf in the main weapon list. It's just gonna be Splash. I guess we could just decrease the lag. Fuck it. Alright, here we go. And lag decreased from 20 to 18 frames. There you go. H3, 2 less frames of lag. We'll do it. I think this is fair. Fuck it. We'll do this. I think this is fair. Yeah, these are actual hopes. Remove the drummer to L3. I think this is enough for now, because it does have Intensify. Okay, I think that's all the shooters, because Squeezer is fine, and no one is changing my mind on that. Rollers. We have Big Swig and Dynamo we gotta change. Big Swig and Dynamo. The others are all fine. So what I had for Swig before is just... You know, I think I'm gonna just change this. Yo, Pigeon, 5 subs! Thank you. Also, wait, hold up. Never mind, we're gonna keep this. Thank you so much, dude. Welcome to the Theory Craft, then. We're doing, like, a Nintendo philosophy balance patch. Okay. Swig. I think Swig needs more damage. Make it faster, but don't give it... No, if it's fat... Dude, it has the best paint in the entire game. We cannot make it better. We literally cannot make Swig paint any better. No buffs can do that. Its paint's too fucking good already. It's already too fucking good. Roll damage to 100? Nah. The reason it's not 100 is because of low-level play. That's why. It's so noobs in Turf War don't have to deal with a fucking roller that goes faster and also paints, and also rolls forever. It would literally be broken under level 5. I think this is fine, and then just Vertical Flick, give it more range. So, like, make Vertical Flick an actual poke tool, and then make its damage not awful. And then I think it's fine. It's still bad, but, like, it's good enough now, I think. I think this is now, like, I can now see this weapon working in other modes. Dynamo's the harder one. Because my idea for Dynamo... is to make it more powerful and more ink hungry. Basically, like, revert some changes. That was annoying me. Like, basically revert it back. But not fully. So... it's gonna get more range. It's gonna get more damage. More paint. But it's going to be more ink hungry and have a more expensive special. It's a lot of changes, but I think this is fair. Maybe this isn't even needed. This one might not even be needed, honestly. But in Splat 1, this is 40. In Splat 1, this is 40. I think 35 is fair. I think this is fine. I think this is fine. I'm fine with how I did Dynamo. Yeah, this is making it paint. And then Vertical will just do more damage. Like, Vertical will just be a better poke tool. I even debated making this 50, but we're not going to go that far. Though, even if it was 50, you could heal. But still, we're going to... Okay, Chargers. Bamboo already talked about. GoodTuber already talked about. And that leaves Splat Charger and E-Leader are fine. Oh, Snipe Rider. The pencil. Snipe Rider's pretty easy. Do I reduce the charge time a little bit, though? Or do I think it's fine? Because I was debating also doing... that. I think this is good. The main thing for me is the object damage. Charge should be a bit shorter. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. I think it kind of does need it. And then put the damage buffs in together so it's near. I think this is good. Though I'm not sure if this is needed, but I still, like, I want this weapon to really do object damage. Yeah, it's 72 versus 75. I think 70 would be more fair. Kind of like how they made Squiffer 1 frame faster, but 2 frames. I think this is fine. Yeah, this will now make it actually break Crab. Because right now, with Object Shred, it's a 10 shot. So you'd still need the Object Shred, but with these combined, it would actually do real object damage. And that's the one thing where it's like, I do not know why the devs did not let the pencil do fucking damage to objects. Why? Why the fuck can't it break objects? Literally, what the fuck? I have no idea why they did this. Literally no idea why it doesn't do damage. So I think this would be good. What types of chargers? Would be sloshers. Alright, sorry Max, we're not buffing Bucket. I don't even think Try needs a buff. Machine definitely doesn't. Explode doesn't. Actually... No. Nah. Blob, I think, is the only one we change. I think we just do Blob. Blob Blobber gets a simple one. And its damage increased from 30 to 32. Blob can actually do damage to objects. The thing it's supposed to be good at. And we'll put that here so it's neat and my screenshot's smaller. I think all the other buckets are fine. I think every other bucket in the game is good. Flasher one shot. Shut up, Max. Now, Snipe Rider's DPS is fucking awful. It's literally a 10 shot versus Crab. It is a fucking 10 shot versus Crab. With Object Shredder. That's with OS. Oh yeah, yeah, you're right. It needs a sound effect. You're right. I'm so sorry. How could I forget? It should do a sound effect if you hit all 4 blobs. Has a bubble pop sound effect for a 4 shot. And while I'm here, hold up. There was something here I wanted to change. Do I actually just take this away? No, this needs better DPS. Oh, yeah, I'm dumb. I wanted to make this one note. Forge. Oh, there we go. That's neat. I feel like Blob needs another thing, though. I feel like Blob could use a little bit more than just the damage. Like, one more small buff. Okay, I have an idea. Travel speed before the first bounce. Increased by 10%. A little bit better at defending itself, I think is fair. Once it bounces, it goes back to normal. Nah, ink efficiency I don't want to touch. Doctor just expects to play Splat 3. Yeah, he said he'll do it next week. I am curious how that goes. Okay. Oh yeah, and Squiffer's here. I forgot I buffed Squiffer. Yeah, we could give... Sure. Squiffer can have lightweight, why not? What's next? That would be Splatlings. Alright, Splatlings. Mini is fine. Mini needs nothing. How much damage does Heavy do? Heavy does 30 right now, right? Okay, here's what I'm gonna do. Here's what I'm gonna do. Switch back. Heavy Splatling. Damage increased from 30 to 31. Mini isn't lightweight? Oh yeah, Mini's not lightweight. Okay, never mind. Mini can have that. Hydra's fine, I think. I think Hydra's actually fine. Or I could buff Hydra's ink efficiency to give it 3 charges. Or I could give Hydra 2 charges. Ooh. And then buff it. Yeah, I'm a bit hesitant on Hydra. What do I do with Hydra? Because in theory, Splatlings are a big class to buff if HP specials are a problem, because they're supposed to be good at it. Hydra's fine? You guys think it's fine? Okay, I guess we'll leave Hydra. I don't know, I feel like I could use a tiny nudge, but I don't know what I'd do with it. Yo, Squid School, thank you for the raid. We're balancing the patch like Nintendo. Maybe I just give Hydra a small damage buff. Oh, run speed? Yeah, run speed. That's fair, actually. Hydra Splatling. Run speed when charging and firing increased by 5%. That's fair. Make it a little faster. Alright, here's the big one. Here is the big one. All point. Alright. Let's fix that, shall we? Not going back to pre-patch, but a compromise. Little bit more. It's mostly a kit thing, but we'll give it a little bit better damage. Little bit better. And I think it'll be fine. I think a little bit extra damage would mean a lot for it, though. Remember, the main theme of this is we're making stuff better against HP specials. And then Nautilus, I think, is actually completely fine. I don't think Nautilus needs any buffs. So every Splatling, the Nautilus gets buffed. And it's all just, well, there's mobility, but there's just damage. Damage, mobility, mobility, damage, damage. So. Maybe he's not lightweight? No. Okay, so next up would be blasters. Luna Blaster, Range Blaster, and Blaster. All 3. We're doing a buff for all 3. 2 buffs for all 3. Here we go. Direct damage. Increased from 125 to 140. Only a little bit. Not that much. But at least something. And then intensify action curve decreased. By about decreased to now decreased. Requires around 1 main, 1 sub for for optimal accuracy. I get intensify costing gear, but it's too much. I think blasters need this. All these yeah, we will get to Brellas. I know. We will get to Brella. Trust me. Brella's gonna get more. Brella's gonna get more because of this. We're going to giga buff Brellas. But we'll get there. Clash can get better damage, and then Rapid I think is fine. 125 does. Damaging objects, damaging people in Squid Roll, damaging people in Spawn Armor, damaging people in Zipcaster Armor, any of that. And the main problem is HP specials right now, so we're making HP specials worse. I think this is it for blasters. And then brushes, I think, are... Well, Octobrush needs something. Octobrush needs this. And I think brushes are completely fine, other than that. I think Ink Brush is actually really good. So I think it's fine. And that leads us to Splatoon 2. Now we're in Splatoon 2 classes. With dualies. Do I buff Dapple? Do we buff Dapple dualies? Where is Dapples? Max gets serious when the Dapple buff comes out. Yeah, here's the thing. With this kit, we need to make Dapple not just better, but we need to make it different than Tetra. So whatever we buff it has to be more unique to it. But Max cares about the Dapple players, guys. He's been trolling you guys for like 20 minutes, but he cares about the Dapple players. He cares about you guys. Isn't that nice? Isn't Dapple so nice? I am thinking we do a damage buff. I'm thinking we do a damage buff. Not to 40, that's way too much. They already have really good DPS. I'm thinking to 38. No, its dodge rolls are already basically fucking teleports. You already can't hit them. I'm thinking 38. I'm thinking we do 38 damage. No, the dodge rolls are already good. I actually am kind of okay with them. I think 38 is what we do. I think we just give it 38 damage. And what this also does... Sorry. That will now deal 73. That actually doesn't help anything. Does it help with Torp Direct? Wait. Torp Direct exists. Yeah, that's gonna make it 98. So if you're weak at all and the Dapple does this, you fucking explode. Okay, I like it. We'll do 38. And that's also unique to Dapple compared to Tetra. So, like, I think this is like, hey guys, use Dapple in Rainmaker. Like, we know it's a Rainmaker thing, but fuck it. Just please play it in Rainmaker. Dualies? Yeah, I think Dualie is fine. Squelchers are not, though. Dualie Squelchers. Let's get the obvious one out of the way, and then the next obvious one out of the way. Or actually, no, they didn't remove Jump Tech. No, 6 is... I would do 7 only, but I'm debating if I do that at all. Or... No, wait. Do I just give it 29? 29 would be good, I think. Yeah, you're right. I think these 3 combined is good. Oh, and while I'm at Octobrush, and lag from rolling to squid form decreased by 2 frames. Or, no, wait. Let's give Octobrush better damage, too. Let's give Octobrush a bit better damage, too. Just while we're here, you know? Okay. Dually Squelchers, this is fine. I think this is good for Squelchers. No, this is spread, not speed. This is RNG. So less RNG. And remember, grounded RNG is what your maximum of Intensify can be. So that'll also help Intensify. So spread, bit faster, just a little bit. Just a little bit faster, and then a bit more damage. This is a what-if patch. I don't get to balance the game, guys. I don't have that much power. This is just like in the same kind of philosophy they would do. Gloogadooly. What do we do with Glooga? Because its roll damage can't change because it's funny hot glue gun number. 48 damage? You want to buff it from 32 to 48? No, wait, it does 38 right now, right? Wait. 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 Hold on. We could make that a combo. Ooh, that's dangerous, though. Ooh. That's really dangerous. That's really dangerous. Ooh. Ooh. Ooh, I don't know about that one, guys. The combo? Well, think about it. Think about it, guys. If we give them the combo, then we can keep Glooga Paint as this shit. And we can make it 190. So we can keep it from spamming HP. And also remember, Glooga's gonna get indirectly hit pretty hard. Because it has both Wall and Booyah. These are both getting weaker with the extra damage. I kind of think Glooga deserves it, actually. Like, because then Glooga could do this. Like, Glooga can just sit here, and then the second it gets a hit, it can chase people with 2 rolls. Fuck it, I'm doing it. Alright, Glooga players, here you go. However, I'm gonna really make Glooga's move for that. I'm gonna really make him play the video game for that. Glooga can now move, but Glooga better fucking move. Now Glooga has to move with this. It's kind of half a rework, but I'm okay with it. I think this is fair. I think this is fair. Turret mode damage? You can't change that. That is funny glue number. That is 525 Kelvin. That's the weapon name. You can't change that. 48 damage is crazy? Yes, it is. I know. It's a fucking wild change, but I kind of love it. Because, like, if you're gonna DPS, you just use the roll mode anyway. Why would you use standard fire? This is a mobility buff. That's what this is. Okay, I'll have to wait. This isn't even a damage buff, though. This is a mobility buff. What's a glue gun reference? The weapon does 525 Kelvin, so it does 52.5 damage. But, like, if you want damage, the roll mode's still better DPS. So, like, you won't use this for DPS. What this means is Glooga can now stand and kind of shoot. Like, it can now move. Because right now, Glooga is like a fucking turret. It rolls and it walls, and it doesn't fight outside of that. You can't standard fire anything. And now it can't paint, and now its special output's gonna be trash, but now it can move. That's what this is. This is a mobility buff. I know it doesn't look like it, but that's what this actually is. It's a mobility buff. It can move now. It can move. Logic get bamboo paint. No, that's not the same thing. I think Glooga deserves this. Also, Bamboo's actually in a good spot right now, and Glooga's only in an okay spot because his kit is busted. And we nerfed the kit. This is more main weapon power. Glooga does more damage when it rolls, but it still keeps that. It still jumps from a 3 to 2 shot. You still can't hit someone with 3 standard fires. It's only happy Chars and doing bounce patches. Well, I mean, you still fight with the fucking roll. Like, I failed to see how this is a bad thing. Yeah, but that's... Now it's 200... Dude, how is this thing gonna get a fucking... Hold on a second. I feel like you guys don't understand the severity of the points for special change. Okay, let me... Remember, I'm thinking about this patch as a whole. Some of you guys are not, like, actually thinking about the entire thing. Like, remember. Remember. Okay? First of all, Wall and Booyah are weaker, because everything does more damage. So Wall and Booyah got nerfed. Secondly, this is how long Glooga takes to charge Booyah. That is fucking horrible. And that is now 20 more expensive. This will never be Gal. This will never be Gal. What the fuck is this paint? That... Look at this shit. It doesn't paint. And now it's gonna be 200. It only gets Booyah right now because it's 180. That is 180p. Fucking deep cuts in the fucking... It's because Big Run ended, so we're getting fucking interrupted. Oh, they're out of Wahoo World. And that's it. No Wahoo rework, guys. Sorry. Nothing special. I think it's fair. I think it's fair. Because this thing can't paint. It can't even get shit. I think it's fair. And honestly, I think there's also a fucking good rework for the weapon. Because right now, all Glooga fucking does is this. That's its whole playstyle. Pushing it away from that and having it do this? Way better! And it also means the other kits for it aren't going to be complete awful. No, we didn't get shit. I don't even, like, we should have the reward, I think. That's about it. We should get a statue. Yeah, exactly. That's, again, it doesn't have mobility. So we're giving it mobility. We're letting it move. In Splat 2, it got mobility. It got a fizzy bomb. That gave it mobility. And it got armor to move. And it was shit. It's not here either. I don't know, it's just not here yet. But, like, this thing's gotten mobility before and it still can't move. And even in this game, it got fucking squid roll and it still doesn't move. It needs to be able to move. Alright, we spent too much time on fucking Glooga. There are other weapons in the video game. I'm gonna get to Brella's last. Tetra is fine, by the way. We're not touching Tetra. I'm gonna get to Brella's last. Because, oh boy, Brellas need a lot now. Else we can take this out. So. Tri-Stringer already does good damage to objects, so we're just gonna let him move. Pretty simple explanation. And then Reflux, I'm gonna just ditch this now that missiles are super nerfed. We're just gonna give it more range. We're just gonna give Reflux more range. Like, straight up. Maybe we'll do, like, 5%, and... Wait, how long is Reflux... Does anyone know Reflux charge speed? How many frames is Reflux charge? Is it, like, 32? I think it's 32, right? Does anyone know? No, it's faster than Squiffer. It's way faster than Squiffer. Nerf points for special? Bro, it's 210. It's fine. We're gonna make it fight things. That's the goal. It's 32, right? I'm pretty sure it's 32. So I think what I want to do is make it charge a bit faster and have a bit more range. And then it can actually fight. I think this is, like, what I want to do with it. Shot velocity? It's 34? Okay, we'll do 34 to 32. We'll do full charge shot velocity. Increased by 20%. Actually, do I want to give it this? Yeah, okay, we'll do this. So Reflux now fights. Reflux is now a fighter. Okay, Splatanas. I actually don't think Splatanas actually need anything, but they are, like, the perfect thing to be good right now. So I kind of want to give them a buff anyway. Like, they don't actually need it, but I kind of want to just give it to them anyway because they're just so fucking healthy for the fucking HP specials. And also, run speed really has no reason not to work. So I think I'm going to just keep this. Alright. Let's do the big one, guys. Are you ready? So, Brellas are horrible right now. And not only that, this patch made them worse. Because remember, all the damage buffs we just gave also affect these guys. And because of that, it's time for more buffs. This is not enough in this patch. This needs more now. So here's what we're gonna do. Oh wait, shit, uh-oh. Okay, I gotta make this quick. So, 5 minutes. Here's what I'm gonna do. Brella shield HP increased from 500 to 550. Undercover shield HP increased from 200 to 250. Tentabrella shield HP increased from... Shadow, are you in my fucking chat? Shadow's not mine. How much fucking shield HP does Tent have? Does anyone know? Max, you're his teammate. How much does it have? 700? 700. 750. And that means when doubled, it should have 1400, but it's less. We'll say decreased multiplier on launch remains. So it'll still have that decrease in HP when the because of the multiplier. 50 HP doesn't feel like much though. I mean, yeah, but it's also getting damage. I think this is fine. I think this also means... Wait, doesn't this mean that E-Leader has to full charge the shield again and Charger can't break it in one hit? Because if so, W. I think that actually means that for Brella. Yeah, we're keeping that. Splat Charger one-shotting the shield was stupid. We're getting rid of it. Splat Charger can no longer one-hit kill a shield. I think this is good. Oh, wait, I almost forgot. 200, 190. Now we're done here. That is the entire patch. Pretty strange patch, huh? Pretty weird philosophy. But I kind of like this. I kind of like this patch. I think this is actually done really well. I actually really like this. Like, this is why I like this philosophy. I think this idea actually does work. Like, this way of balancing the game, I think does make a lot of sense. I really think it does. Really never thought I'd like a patch you made? Damn, that is harsh. Well, this is a lot of, like, overall changes, I think. It's a lot of... It's very drastic, but you could see, like, without nerfing HP, this is what we do. What do we buff? We buff the damage of how many things? Just to wrap it up. We buffed tactical or object damage. Vacuum can shoot faster, which helps with damage. Slider can shoot faster, so it has better DPS. Stamp, better DPS. Inkjet, better DPS. Zipcaster lasts longer, which means more chance for those weapons to do DPS. Strike is less vulnerable, more chances for it to do DPS. Marker, more damage. Sprinkler, more damage. Curling gets 2 of them, that's more damage. This is a bit of a damage nerf. More damage. 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 More. 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 Opportunities to do more. More damage because fire rate. More, like, buffing something that does good damage. More damage. More damage. More damage. So, I think it's an interesting way to go about it. I will post this to Twitter probably. I will finalize it before I don't know if I'll do a video on this one because it's just so much fucking changes. But this is the idea we are going with. This is what we're trying to do. And I like it. I think it's really good. I think this is a nice way to go about things. And it feels like reasonable. Like, this feels like a smart way to balance the game. I kind of like that Nintendo is doing something similar, even if it's not as drastic as me. Alright, that's going to be it for me, though. So, I need to send you guys out of here.